Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Welcome in. It's the End of the Bench, 100.7 The Score. I am Rob Breaux alongside Craig Wells. Lucas White in the building today as well. We are in the First United Bank studio. You can call in on the Visual Edge IT hotline at 806-771-0973. You can also hit us up on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. Find us on the apps. Brought to you by Happy State Bank, 97.3 mobile app, 100.7 Score app. And find us on YouTube, youtube.com/Double T Sports Network. Hey, if the YouTube link is ever not live at any time of day, hit us up on the chat line. They will tell somebody who can fix it, which is me or Josh.
The IT guy.
The IT guy. And you can find us on social media as well. Just search Double T Sports Network. Craig, how you doing?
I'm great. Great weekend. Man, what an exciting week for Texas Tech sports this week.
Man, you get the tip-off last night of the Lady Raiders. You have a thrilling double overtime, double shootout.
Yep.
Heartbreaker in the Big 12 tournament, but still exciting.
Yep.
Their backup goalkeeper, who played about 20 minutes this year, knocked in the final goal.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's how you know
what
kind of game it was. Double overtime. So they played 3 halves of soccer. So that's 40-40-40. Or I guess 20-20-20.
Two overtime.
Full hour.
Yeah.
That was because overtimes are 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's a full hour of soccer.
Right.
Plus, no, a half is 40 minutes. I've confused myself.
Anyway, it's a long day.
It was so long I can't add. 80 minutes, 100 minutes. They played 100 minutes of soccer.
Yep.
Good grief. What a great start there, Rob.
And how many, if they had tied at 7 penalty kicks each, what happens then?
So after 5, it's sudden death.
Right. Okay.
You just go to the next one.
Okay. There's not like a group of 3 of 5, 3 of 5,
No.
3 of 5. Okay.
No, after 5, it's just sudden death.
Okay.
And what's frustrating, I guess after 5 kicks, maybe they flip back to Baylor Tech.
Yeah.
Because it was just going Tech, Baylor, Tech, Baylor, Tech, Baylor.
Right.
I thought it should go Tech, Baylor, Baylor, Tech.
Yeah, you would think.
Tech, Baylor, Baylor, whatever it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Snake a little bit.
But that being said,
because all the pressure at that point was on Tech, and Tech was the 4 seed.
Yep. And I've got it. I've got it as part of my highs or lows, whatever. The whole day was weird yesterday at soccer.
Yeah.
I mean,
because the next one, BYU beats 1 seed TCU.
Yep.
At home.
Yep. And then it was just weird. I mean, I don't know. It was just a lot of, I think Kansas, the 7 seed, won. The 8 seed won. The 5 seed won. So a lot of upsets according to seeds yesterday, I should say, in the Big 12 soccer.
Well, it went to last night, certainly.
Yeah.
It went all day.
Yeah.
So that will continue, and then they'll move to Waco for the championship.
Yep.
And I think Baylor is undefeated in Big 12 soccer. They've just drawn a lot of times, which they would have last night, but they had the opportunity to keep kicking. And you went over the goal and hit a post in penalty kicks, which was the difference in the game at the end. Faith Wynn had, I think, 2 saves, but you missed twice.
Yeah, she's been good all year.
And that margin of error just got real thin after that.
Yeah, you get into that, if you're 1-0 behind or 1-0 ahead or something, you get into that last 10 minutes, and there's lots of things that can happen because those coaches do such a good job of reshuffling the deck and going on the offensive instead of defensive, and then next thing you know, you have the girl right where you want her, and she hits the pole and doesn't score. But, it just – there's a lot of action in the last – and it's really kind of funny because you've got to be in great physical shape. In that last 10 minutes, you're gutting it, boy. I'm telling you, you are gutting it out because –
I wonder how many miles.
I don't know. I can't even imagine. I mean, they are so physically fit. There's substitutions, but there's not substitutions. I mean, it's hard on those girls, and the guys too. But it's a grueling sport. But Coach Stone, they'll rebound. They'll play well in the NCAAs. I don't know what kind of draw they're going to get, and I hope that this doesn't take them out of at least a first-round home match. But his teams have performed real well in the NCAA.
I think they're fairly safe to host the first round.
Good.
I mean, you would have liked to win a couple, but
yeah.
I mean, they've been ranked in the top 20 for quite a while.
Yeah, and they've been as high as what, 7 or 8?
Four in one poll, but
that's
the other poll is
that's another thing too. Get one poll and let's run with it.
Yeah, baseball does that too.
I know it.
Softball seems to have the one that everyone agrees with, but baseball, you just never know what you're really looking at.
So good start there. We lost, but very proud of them. They had a great season in the Big 12, and now need to just re-gear it up for the NCAAs.
The Lady Raiders also playing. The rest of the Big 12 getting underway on the women's side. About half the Big 12, I guess, on the men's side as well. We'll talk through a lot of these during the headlines. We'll talk about the Lady Raiders later on as we can kind of get into it a little deeper. But Oklahoma State women scored 109 points and beat New Orleans. 109-48, which not all Big 12 teams did. Last night. So we'll talk about that as well. And Iowa State beating St. Thomas 85-36. Baylor beating Duke in Perry 58-52.
Big upset. Duke number 5 or 6, I think.
7. Baylor 16.
Yep. Big upset.
Which, hey, if you can go to Paris and win a basketball game, why not?
Yep.
In fact, I believe the Big 12 women went undefeated. Yeah, they went undefeated yesterday. And that was the main attraction there in Paris. But the Lady Raiders did beat North Carolina A&T 78-40. We'll talk through that game. Jalen Bristow, what a night for her.
Yep.
Talk about it when we come back, as well as get into the rest of the men's basketball scores and a Monday night game that was no surprise. We'll also look forward to the NFL trade deadline because Jerry says the Cowboys have already made a move.
I saw that move this morning, and I was not overwhelmed. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after this. 100.7 The Score.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
But I'm certainly Unc. Welcome back. What's that?
I don't know. Yes, when I was out of town, Brennan saved a bunch of your little one-liners. So I've got some.
I do not remember that.
Got some ammo.
Okay, great. Texas Tech will play Lindenwood tonight. The spread 34.5. West Virginia will host Mount St. Mary's 19.5. Kansas State hosting UNC Greensboro 16.5. Oklahoma State hosting Oral Roberts 21.5. And Arizona State hosting Southern Utah 17.5. The lines there. Now, I don't know anything about Lindenwood, but in about half these games in the non-conference, it doesn't matter what the other team is, who the other team is. You're just discussing what Texas Tech might look like tonight.
Right. Coach McCaslin, 16-0 in 2 years on his home court. Lindenwood, Lindenwood, Ohio Valley Conference, I believe, went from Division II to Division I in 2022. Good basketball team. They won a game last year, I think, in their conference tournament, and then lost in quarterfinals. Should you beat them? Absolutely. Should you beat them by, what's the spread, 34?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what you're trying to do is get some minutes for everybody in game conditions against somebody else, even though you've already played 2, quote, secret scrimmages, and you play those under game-like conditions. It's not with the crowd. It's not with a lot of things, but he'll be looking for, a rotation. He'll be looking, to see who can do what defensively against good players other than their own, and it'll be a good warm up for the season. I mean, again, they should cover, and I'm sure TCU thought they were going to cover too. So
you would think. They lost in their opener last year at Oklahoma, 93-60. Okay. I would assume it's something like that.
Yep.
I would prefer not to give up 60.
Yep.
They won their second game, and I'm going to give you 100 guesses. No, I'm not. They beat a team 98-30 last year.
Oh my goodness!
By the name of University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy.
That's who they play after Tech on Thursday. So they play them, I guess, a yearly thing.
Now,
are they in the same town or something?
This is unclickable on ESPN.com, so we'll have to do some independent research on who this team is.
University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy?
Yes.
Do you know where that school is?
Just says University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy.
It's in St. Louis.
Yeah, okay. I would assume it's okay. Where is Lindenwood also in St. Louis?
I think it's in Missouri.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that.
Yeah, they do. They play. So they'll play that school, and then they play St. Louis.
St. Charles, St. Louis, Missouri.
Okay.
I think it's in a suburb of St. Louis.
Sure.
Lindenwood, not the University of Health Sciences and Pharmacy.
Okay. Either way.
They have I'm looking at their gym. It's like a high school gym. I'm talking about the health and sciences and pharmacy.
We'll have some more gym talk later on. There's some cool gyms yesterday.
Yes.
All right, you're looking at Texas Tech tonight. You're expecting big games from JT Toppin and Christian Anderson. Of the newcomers, Craig, who would you point to as maybe the leading scorer of the newcomers?
That's a great question. I'm gonna say Lawan Watts early. I think he's got some Power 4 experience, and I think he fits a scoring position. But I don't know. I think Banks and Atwell both, I think, are scoring possibilities.
Tyree Bryant?
Yeah, Tyree Bryant, I meant, yeah.
That's who I would go with.
Yeah.
I think early on he'll get some open shots to shoot. I'm intrigued to see if he is a shot maker or a shooter. If he can put the ball on the deck and drive and go do some of that stuff. Because from what I know, like a Kerwin Walton type,
yeah,
or if he's going to be like a Chance McMillan type. Because both can score, both are valuable, but they're two different players.
Yeah.
One can go to the rim and score, one can create his own shot, and the other's just going to be catching and shooting.
Yeah, I remember back, and I think I can see maybe this is a maybe without even watching them, LaJuan Watts being a lot like Jason Sasser, and he's going to be around the ball a lot. He's going to be sometimes having a smaller guy on him. He's going to be able to rebound, put back some. He's going to be able to get some.
Yeah, you can create some mismatches there.
Yeah, and some. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I think Coach McCaslin's going to be looking for his top 8 and see who that's going to be and kind of go from there.
Jalen Petty and Nolan Groves, the two freshmen, I also expect to see some time tonight. Now, LaJuan Watts, not really reported widely, but was in a boot on Broadway last week or whenever that was, the block party.
Yeah.
I would assume it was preventative, and he'll be playing tonight. Because, now, generally, you could leave him on the bench for a week or two.
Yeah.
But you're playing Illinois in Game 3.
Yeah.
And Sam Houston State comes into town. So,
do we have the same medical report for basketball that we have football?
No, I don't believe so.
Who's out? Who's probable?
That'd be fun, though.
Yeah.
You get a little more insight into. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens in Big 12 play.
That's a very good point, though, Rob. I mean, if you want him to try to, I don't know how bad it is, but you want him to try to play against Illinois for sure.
And it could be nothing. It could just not gamesmanship, but just preventative.
Yeah, absolutely. He might have rolled his ankle
that day.
Yeah,
and they're just saying, "Hey, let's
don't do this.
Just protect it a little bit."
Yeah.
It could have been nothing. Of course, if it was nothing, they probably would have said, "Hey, don't wear that in public." But
yeah. You know, we've got some guys coming back, Jack Francis and Leon Horner, and I just both of those guys are going to be fighting for some playing time, and I think their experience of being here with Coach McCaslin may help them, but we brought in some talented players, very talented players.
Yeah, I think maybe Leon Horner. I don't think Jack Francis is fighting for playing time in the traditional sense.
Yeah.
But he knows his role.
Yeah.
And he is committed to that role, and he makes his team better in practice. And hopefully he will get 10 more games this year and extend that win streak for himself.
Yep.
One more newcomer that we haven't mentioned that I think will play a lot, Luke Bamboye. I'm intrigued to see the first 5 tonight and moving forward, and the rotations with Toppin and Bamboye and LaJuan Watts, and who's playing on the floor at the same time, and if it's just a spell or – because if Toppin's playing 30 minutes a game, you got to play Bamboye with him at some point.
I saw a report where McCaslin said Toppin worked real hard on his ball handling. Don't be surprised if he's not outside a little bit more.
And Bamboye can shoot too, apparently. More after this.
Definitely not the starters. You're on the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. 100.7 The Score. They End of the Bench. Someone posted a quote of ours, but I don't know what it was about. This question says, the College Game Day 11 a.m. kickoff debacle. Is there no way that College Game Day can move the game time to allow for better environments in both settings? Asking out of ignorance. No, they cannot flip a game. The Big 12, if you're on ABC, is at 11. Because the SEC has the in their media rights deals, they play the ABC afternoon and evening games. For a long time, CBS was the big SEC afternoon game, but in the last media rights deal, that flipped to ABC.
Right.
So those two are SEC broadcasts. And then whoever, air quotes, can play at 11 a.m., it's generally the SEC still, or the ACC or the Big 12. So
ABC,
that's what happens.
ABC at 11 will give you the opportunity thus far to have the biggest crowd you ever had on eyeballs on TV. It'll give you the opportunity to.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Now you had, what was it, 4 million?
Mm-hmm.
3.6, something like that.
Yep.
On Fox earlier this year.
Yep.
But you could have 5.
Yep.
And just looking at the rest of the games at 11 a.m., if it's a close game, if it's a good game, you could have 6.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a massive opportunity.
Well,
the last hour of game day allegedly will be inside the stadium,
right,
which is what they do on 11
right,
a.m. games. But I'm not certain how all that's going to work or where they're going to set up. I think we'll just have to kind of, once we get closer, we'll probably know, but I think we'll just have to kind of wait and see. Because ESPN wants a good show.
right.
Texas Tech wants a good atmosphere. Texas Tech wants a good ESPN show because that's eyeballs on TV too. So there's going to be kind of a fine dance to get the students to game day, but also get the students in the stadium. They're camping out already to get into the stadium. I don't know if they'll. I don't know how they'll do that.
First of all, I think the students that camp out up to a certain number, I think in the past they've been given wristbands, and they can leave and go to class. They can leave and do things, and then come entry time, those with wristbands get in 30 minutes before everybody else does. I shouldn't say they start putting them in 30 minutes before.
But if they're at game day,
you better have a wristband, I think, because you'll have to come back. But
and all that, if you want to sit on the front row, you have to be over at the gate,
right?
And.
Right. And
they're not going to do.
It's going to be logistically hard for a student.
Yeah, and the gate's on the opposite side of where they want to do game day, I believe.
Right.
So,
yep.
I don't know that a lot of students will be. Now you have 40,000 students, so
you will not have any trouble filling up the student section.
Right. Oh, I'm just talking about game day.
Yeah, and I think there'll be enough students go to game day.
Yeah.
That it's going to be a good crowd. I mean, you could probably have 2,000 students at game day and still have 4,000 or 5,000 waiting to get in the game. For sure. And I'm like you. I'm anxious to see when they go inside the Jones. There's a couple, 2 or 3 places they could put them. I know they like to have the field behind them if they can. I'm not going to be a bit surprised if they're not in the southeast or southwest corner because Tech comes out of the middle, the opposing team comes out of the northeast.
Yeah,
the southwest corner could be a logical place. One thing, they can get down that ramp, they can get it torn down and out of the ramp in minutes.
Yeah,
and so I'm looking at maybe right there on the southwest corner, and
looking back toward the field.
Right. Yep. And you're also got the student section behind you, who they know is going to be full.
Right.
You know,
because in the pregame they use that southeast tunnel.
Right.
Not the middle.
Right. Yeah.
And then the coming out for the game, they come out of the middle.
Right. Yeah.
So
my question is,
the answer to the question on the chat line is we have no idea.
Well, yeah, and my question I'm going to be curious to see when they go off the air. It's at what?
Right, and then to get inside.
Well, when they go off the air at the end of the game day, what time is it?
11.
What time's the game going to start?
Well, 11:15 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they've got to be out of there pretty quick. If they're on the field, they've got to be. But
they're not going to be on the field.
You don't think so?
No. And Joey said he'd love to get McAfee, because McAfee does the Friday show from on location.
His radio show.
Yeah, his TV show.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. They probably simulcast it somewhere. Joey said he wants him on his balcony.
That'd be great for him.
So I wonder, I don't know, maybe they just put him up there too.
Yeah. Could. The concourse, if they don't want it down on the field, the concourse on the southwest corner is perfect for them.
So they were on the concourse, Big Noon Kickoff. We went to Big Noon Kickoff in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
And they had them on the concourse because that was an 11 a.m. game.
Yeah.
And then they come back and do their halftime stuff on the concourse.
Concourse would be great for them. I mean, there's a big, area between there and the start of the south end zone area and so forth. That'd be great, I think.
All right, let's check the calendar as quick as we can.
Your daily look at what's happening in the world of sports, birthdays, and holidays. Let's check the calendar.
It's National Candy Day and Roast Dinner Day. Birthdays?
Tyrese Maxey turning 25. He plays tonight, so you know what I'm about to do. Des Bryant turns 37. Devin Hester, 43. Not a popular player, but I like the name. Nick Toon turns 37. Played for the Saints. And Doris Roberts would have had a birthday. She was in Everybody Loves Raymond. And Cowboy Will Rogers would have had a birthday today.
Stop by the statue. Pay your respects. Any sports history?
November 4th, 1989. You guys were pretty young.
I was months old.
Jamie Gill, quarterback for Texas Tech, rolled out to his left and found walk-on wingback Anthony Merriweather, one of the great names of football, wide open for a 65-yard go-ahead touchdown as Texas Tech beat number 22 Texas 24-17, and here's the kicker, in Austin.
There we go.
That was November 4th, 1989. Jamie Gill, one of the really good quarterbacks to come through Texas Tech.
Anything else?
That's it.
Right.
We've got some others, but
we'll get back to that later.
Jamie Gill is the highlight of the day.
The big one. All right. We will move on into the second hour. 100.7 The Score, it's the end of the bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back, 100.7 The Score. It's the End of the Bench. All right, let's do a burning question here.
2 minutes of non-stop, in-your-face inquiries with no end in sight. It's time for Burning Questions.
All right, Craig, if you could choose in a dream world, just based on time slot, which first-round playoff game that Texas Tech could be in, host or otherwise? Let's just say you're playing in the first round, which is awesome in and of itself. But what what time slot would you want? And that has to do with broadcast and otherwise.
Friday night.
You want the Friday night game?
Yep.
So that's December 19th,
yeah.
7 p.m. Central. ABC, ESPN, the app, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Simulcasting, whatever they do.
First game of the college football playoff will be Friday night. Most high school action is over with. You've got probably the last of 2 weeks left of, or that may be championship week, I'm not sure. And when you're by yourself and you're the only game on, I feel real strong about total viewership and getting your brand out there and having a chance to people really see who you are.
I think I agree. And if you're hosting, I don't want to host at 11 a.m. But if you're on the road, my second choice would be that 11 a.m. road game on the next day, because that's also ABC.
Right.
And I think at this point, people are going to go find and watch these playoff games.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be like 20 million and 2 million on ABC and TNT.
Right.
Now it might be 10 and 4 or something that drastic, but I think you're going to get watched either way.
And there shouldn't be a real bad mismatch. They should be relatively close, good games.
I think if there's a mismatch, it's the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you're getting
Yeah.
Memphis or something.
Yeah.
But that 11 a.m., especially as a road game, would be intriguing to me. Though, if it is on TNT, I don't think that matters much, because the TNT broadcast this year in the Big 12 have been very good. Now, viewership-wise, it's not like being anywhere else. It's better than ESPN Plus because you get a number.
Yep.
But, and while it's growing, I don't know how many people would be watching a TNT college football playoff game over an NFL game that day, plus the TNT HBO Max stuff. I don't know. That is going to be very intriguing, those TNT numbers.
The one thing that has helped them more than anything is their exposure via the basketball tournament. And people, at least when they hear it, they know maybe where to find it and so forth. But being their first foray into college football and so forth, that's it. That's going to be a
well, people know where TNT is because of Rizzoli and Isles.
Well, that's true.
Not because of college basketball, Kurt.
TNT
knows drama.
Yeah,
we got Rizzoli and Isles over there.
Yeah, major crimes.
I can't think of anything else that was. The Closer, was that on TNT?
Yeah.
Was that the one with the Southern lady?
Yep. Counterpoint.
Okay, you got one?
Yeah, I do.
Let's do it.
It's good college football playoff related.
Okay. Here's a point, counterpoint. Here's the point.
Here's the point. You've got 4 Power 4 conferences. That's why they call it the Power 4.
Well, you got 3, and then ACC's over there.
And everybody's griping about the championship game and how it makes this or how it makes that. You've got 12 teams in the college football playoff.
Uh-huh.
First and second in each of the Power 4 conferences goes to the playoff. If you're playing in the championship game, you're seeding. You're playing for seeding. You're not playing to get in. And the last 4 spots are open. They may all 4 come to the SEC. They may 2-1, 2-2, 2 and whatever. But 2 teams, every conference that play in the championship game of their conference get in.
So those games are just for seeding purposes?
Right. Even if you're one of the top 4 teams, and you're playing in your championship game, you may go from number 1 to number 4 based on that game.
I think the Big 12 deserves 2 teams this year.
Yep.
Whether that's Texas Tech, it's 2 of Texas Tech, BYU, and Utah.
Yeah.
I think Texas Tech and BYU fans right now would say it's Texas Tech and BYU. Certainly that's what BYU would say.
Yeah.
I'm not so certain that it's not Texas Tech and Utah. We'll see as BYU finishes this year. They've got 3 tough games left out of 4. But doesn't that cheapen the conference championship game? I guess it doesn't, because you look at the Big Ten, that's how it already is. Those 2 teams are going to be in. You look at the SEC, that's how it already is.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 teams are going to be in. So why shouldn't the ACC last year, both those teams got in. So why shouldn't it be the same for the ACC and the Big 12 yearly instead of just every once in a while? I don't dislike that. My counterpoint might be just have 2 conference championship games and go 1-4, 2-3 and have those 2 be play-in games. And if your 1 seed loses, they still have an opportunity at large, but at least that's a play to get in kind of thing. I don't know. I think there should be some sort of thing, but if BYU and Texas Tech play in the Big 12 championship game, and it's something like let's just say Texas Tech runs the table, they beat BYU, and then they beat them again, but Utah also runs the table. It's just that they had the 2 losses. Should Utah not have an opportunity to get in the playoff?
Yes, they're one of the. So
they'd be an at-large.
They'd be an at-large team, a possibility.
You think they would? I think it'd be a possibility. I don't
know. To me, the way it is right now, 3, if not all 4 of those teams would be SEC 90% of the time.
I mean, I think you're just explaining how it's already happening. Except you're guaranteeing another Big 12 or ACC team. Right. I think it's going to flip between – I think this year the Big 12 gets both. Last year the ACC got both. The next year it might be back to the ACC. I think the Big 12 probably has a step forward on the ACC right now. But I don't know. Let's just let them.
Yeah.
I don't want to add any more caveats. Yeah. I just want to have straight seating, and whoever gets in gets in.
I think it increases the importance of the regular season, and if you've got 1 loss or 2 and you're not out of it, you still got a chance to get – if you get in that championship game, you've got a shot.
Why would you play that championship game if you're an automatic qualifier, though?
For seeding purposes. Get to play a home game, the first game.
Okay.
That's become very important, I think.
Or get the bye.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess my counterpoint is just, which I hate to say, just leave it to the committee. Which would not be my real counterpoint I don't know what the counterpoint is there. More after this. 100.7 The Score. It's the end of the bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Welcome back. 100.7 The Score is the end of the bench. 30 minutes remain. We'll have the bottom line coming up after us as we move through the rest of this program. All right, Craig, yesterday, Lucas Collier and I picked Power 4-5 champions for college basketball conferences.
Okay.
Is there a team you feel strongly about winning the Big Ten, the ACC, or the SEC? Is there a team out there where you're just like, yeah, this team's got it? We picked 3 different teams in the Big 12 just to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
3 different teams in the Big Ten. It was a clean sweep. It's a clean sweep in the ACC. Everybody picked Duke. But there was also 3 teams in the SEC. Though Collier and I were really picking Kentucky together. So if I was going to give you BYU, Houston, or Texas Tech in the Big 12, who would you take?
Houston.
I took Texas Tech, but after Collier and Lucas picked Houston and Texas Tech, I said, let's just be fun and go BYU.
And those 3 are all legitimate contenders.
All right, in the Big Ten, Purdue, Michigan, UCLA. Who would you take out of those 3? Or a 4th team?
I don't have any faith in Purdue.
I generally don't, and I'm anti-Matt Painter.
Yeah.
But it just seems like that conference is Purdue and the rest right now.
Yeah.
We'll see, though.
Yeah. God, Big Ten. I'm gonna throw
Wisconsin coming back, or
Ohio
State.
I'm gonna go with somebody that I have a lot of faith in. I just don't know how good they are, and that's Michigan State. Izzo has them ready all the time, but I just don't know how good they are. But Purdue should win it.
Should.
Yeah.
In the ACC, are you bold enough to go away from Duke?
No, I'm Duke.
The Boozer brothers.
Yeah.
In the SEC, you have Kentucky or Florida or someone else. We did mention NC State as an ACC team that Will Wade might be able to make a little noise, but
he will eventually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Until somebody tells me otherwise, I'm going Florida.
0-1 Florida. That'll be fine. All right. No one picked Arizona. Arizona looking pretty good last night. Of course, you can't overreact after one game, but
and
I think if there was a 4th team, if you were following the trend and not picking one of the teams we picked, I think Arizona's the team.
Yeah.
That's also in that front runner mix.
Yeah. I tell you,
in Kansas, Darren Peterson and the boys looked decent last night. But again, it's who you playing? What's going on here?
To me, it's got to be Houston, Tech, or BYU. And I can't believe I'm saying that, and Arizona's not one of those. I mean, because they're going to be and they're so good at home. BYU is going to be a handful. I mean, they were going to be good even if they hadn't gotten their,
All right,
super freshmen.
Let's rapid fire some of these other conferences just to say we talked about them. Lucas, you ready? All right, in the Mountain West, men's college basketball odds, the San Diego State Aztecs are plus 110, Utah State plus 320, Boise State, who just again lost to whoever it was last night, are plus 600. UNLV, New Mexico, and Grand Canyon right behind them at around 1,000. So you taking the chalk San Diego State Aztecs, or are you going to go off the board?
Grand Canyon.
In the Mountain West, GCU. Lucas?
I will go with San Diego State.
I will also go with San Diego State.
In one of those secret scrimmages, Grand Canyon played Baylor pretty good. Which means nothing, but the Drew brothers.
I'm sure it mentioned something there. It's nice to have a brother at a university like that you can call and say, hey, let's get together here. Nobody will say anything, right?
Yep.
But Magoon Guath is the best player in the Mountain West, and he went back to San Diego State. So that was my reasoning.
Yep.
All right, the Big East. The Big East.
I'll tell you who it is before you even do.
Okay.
Slam dunk. St. John's.
So St. John's is the second favorite. UConn is the favorite. But you're going with St. John's because they're basically even odds. Creighton is at plus 800. Everyone else 3,000 or more, Marquette included.
Yeah, St. John's, he's loaded, and he's a good coach, and they don't have football, and they've been. It's all leaning towards him, I think.
All right, I can't pick Pitino, so I'll go. I don't like the other guy either. I don't like either of them.
Yeah,
but I'll go UConn.
As long as it's not Georgetown, I'm a happy guy. Can't stand Georgetown.
They're going to be pretty good, though.
They will be, but I'm going to go with UConn.
All right, in the A10, Lucas's favorite. We'll go to Lucas first. In the A10, the VCU Rams, currently the favorite, but there are 4 teams, including the Dayton Flyers, the St. Louis Billikens, and the George Washington Revolutionaries, who are at plus 300-ish. Do you have one of those 4, or are you going to go with Bullfighters St. Joseph Hawks or someone else?
The Billikens are coached by the former Oklahoma State coach, former Kentucky player. But I like Dayton. I don't know why, but I just another basketball school that.
Lucas?
Just for the fun of it, I'm going to go with my hometown team, the George Mason Patriots.
So you're going.
And what are their odds?
To plus 2,000. They are in the top 7. I'll stay patriotic and go George Washington. So you're going G Mason, and I'll go G Wash. No idea about anything there.
Did Collier pick these?
No, we haven't gotten this far. We'll do it with Collier tomorrow.
Okay.
We did the first half yesterday. We're finishing them off today. Let's go to the West Coast Conference. The West Coast Conference, heavy favorites in their final season of basketball in the West Coast Conference, Gonzaga, Washington State, Oregon State, also in this conference for basketball, but it's St. Mary's or Gonzaga, pretty much like every year. And again, I'll just take the Zags.
I got to take the Zags. I mean, I
think... Did St. Mary's win it last year?
I think they won the
Maybe
regular
won the
season.
tournament?
Yeah.
Well, it was one of the 2.
Yeah.
One of the 2. Lucas, you sweeping?
Give me San Francisco.
The Dons?
There you go.
The San Francisco Dons? Okay.
They beat somebody last year in a big upset.
All right, we'll eventually finish this. We'll do it when we come back. 100.7 the score. It's the end of the bench.
Playing time is not required. This is the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 the score.
Welcome back. 100.7 the score. It's the end of the bench. This texter says, never sleep on New Mexico.
That's true. Pitino's brother was there before he went to, I think he's...
Son?
Yeah, our son, that's right. And I think his name was Richard.
I believe so.
Yeah. And he had them playing good.
Yeah.
And even though they lost Toppin, they still had a pretty good year. And I think he is at Villanova now. Is that right?
Who played BYU pretty well.
Yep.
Last night. All right, let's go to the what were we doing? The Mountain West, is that where we're at?
No, we did Mountain West, A10.
Oh, the Conference USA.
Yeah.
Conference USA.
Yeah.
Who It's not even on this list. I will skip them. Who cares? It's time
Liberty's going to win the conference. Let's be real.
Who is?
Liberty.
Well, of course you say that.
Well, I mean, it's true. I'm not just saying that.
Is Belmont in that conference?
No, they are in the Ace Sun.
Okay.
I believe.
They played somebody really good last night. I mean, played them close, too. I can't remember now who it is. But
Or we can do the American. Memphis, plus 210. South Florida, plus 210. This looks like the basketball odds. North Texas, plus 550. Tulane, plus 850. This is basketball. This is basketball. Mm-hmm. Who do you have in the American?
Memphis.
That's the easy pick.
Yeah, I'm also just going easy here.
I'm going to go South Florida.
USF. Okay. This texter says, I see they're going to wear the icy white uniforms. Those are fire. Yes. They will be wearing the Mahomes uniforms, the all whites. It's the galvanized steel this time. Last year they did the galvanized. Now it's galvanized steel. And they look good. I liked the gray silver uniforms because they were Mahomes branded.
Yep.
I didn't really like them, if I'm being honest here. They were fine as an alternate, but these white ones look so much better. Really cool, actually.
Yeah, I like them.
I really like them.
I'm not a gray fan, regardless of who's wearing them, but I don't.
It's just hard to read, and I didn't like the red accents with the gray.
I don't dislike them, but these ice uniforms are pretty nice. Pretty nice, and I like the helmet too.
Oh, we got some more breaking news here. The NFL trade deadline is going on. The Jets are trading Sauce Gardner to the Colts.
Ooh, Colts are gearing up.
For 2 first-round picks to the Jets.
Colts are gearing up. They think they got a shot.
That's big time, and we're just staring at Adam Schefter's jowls here. We gotta. I mean, this is a millionaire, right? I know he's doing some breaking news hits, but you got to get that phone up from your waist.
Yep.
Was he driving?
I think he was riding.
Well,
I'm hoping.
Still.
I'm hoping because
I like that move though.
Yeah.
Jets getting some picks. Colts getting some cover. Sauce Gardner's been one of the best since he's gotten into the league.
Yep.
This texter says the gray Mahomes unis sucked. Should have been black. I'm not going to go that far, but they should have been black. I do like the all whites they're wearing Saturday. It's going to look really cool. And BYU wearing all blue.
Yeah, that's
with the Sailor Cougar hat.
Yeah. I think it's going to be. I like their blue too. And we said a while ago, Patino had gone to Villanova. He had gone to Xavier, and Kevin Willard is at Villanova. So, shout out to the texter who corrected me.
I'm going to be honest. In college basketball, I don't know who's coaching who until like two months into the season.
And it's
I do all my homework in the off season on football.
Yeah.
And basketball, I'll study Texas Tech and some Big 12.
Yeah.
And then I'll just figure out as we go along the rest of it.
Okay. Since we start basketball tonight with the first home game, and we're talking Big 12, pick me a team that you think, other than, let's say, Tech, Houston, BYU, or Arizona, who's another team that could give people fits?
All right, so I'm not going to say Kansas either because I don't think that's in the spirit of your question.
That's right, yeah.
I think there's 2. I think Oklahoma State is going to be a team that they were really tough last year, and they were not very good. But they played a lot of teams. Now, they got blown out their fair share, but it seemed like every other night Oklahoma State was taking somebody down to the wire.
Yep.
Just physically. And I think that's –
on the road and at home.
I think that's a proponent of their coach and their attitude, and I think they're going to be tough. They beat – speaking of secret scrimmages, they beat Auburn, right?
Yeah.
In a secret scrimmage where they scored like 90 points. But I think the other one is the easiest answer of today, and that is West Virginia.
Yeah.
I really like Ross Hodge.
I do too.
And he's a guy who was at North Texas. He's got the blueprint. You might be looking at a bit of a mirror. Now, Texas Tech in now year 3 has been able to move past what they were doing at North Texas. I think that's just Ross Hodge's defensive identity.
Yeah.
And they're going to make games disgusting. They also went and got some shooters.
Yeah.
They got the kid from North Dakota, Eagle Staff. They have some other guys that are going to be able to score in this league. If they can translate that defense, which I think they can, it's been done a lot here, where defense wins championships in the Big 12. So,
yeah, that was my pick.
I think West Virginia is going to be much better. I think Cincinnati, TCU, all those teams picked around 10 are going to be worse. But I think West Virginia and Oklahoma State could push up a little bit. Now, I don't think either of those teams will be in the final 5, top 5, or 4, I guess, if you're looking at the buys in the conference tournament. But I think both those teams will be better than projected.
Yep.
West Virginia has 7 seniors, 7 freshmen, 1 junior.
Yeah,
it's an interesting roster, man.
You know what he does too? In the 2 years, this is his second year, he has, and even when he was at North Texas, he fills holes pretty good. I mean, he recruits well to what he needs, and it's not always a brand name either. I mean, he finds a kid that can do what he needs to do, and he's really a defensive coach. I mean, a really, really good defensive coach. They play hard.
All right, just to close the show, since we've did the rest of them, Liberty is the favorite, minus 130. Kennesaw State plus 400. Northwest Missouri State plus 600. Western Kentucky, UTEP, Michigan Tech. Are these real schools? Louisiana Tech, obviously we've heard of. Missouri State, who's a new D1 school. Those are all plus 1,000 or more. But Northwest Missouri State, Kennesaw State, and Liberty, the favorites.
Kennesaw State has a great year, football and basketball.
I'll join Lucas. All right, that's it for us today. Choice Woodman and the boys coming up next. I'm sure Brennan Riker has something to provide to the show as well. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been the End of the Bench podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 107thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.